During project delivery, we often focus on the risks that could impact building features and hitting milestones. But sometimes the bigger risk is not inside the project, but in the environment around it. And that's where the PESTLE analysis becomes useful to capturing external risks and issues. In this session, we'll be looking at extending the PESTLE analysis to PESTLE-ID. Enjoy. In this session, I want to look at the PESTLE analysis, but slightly extended. If you've studied business analysis through BCS material, you'll know PESTLE as a macro environment scanning technique that allows us to look at the wider world rather than what affects us internally. In practice, especially in complex programs, I tend to expand the PESTLE analysis and I use what I call PESTLE-ID, adding international and demographic factors. Extending the PESTLE analysis with international and demographic factors isn't to be clever, but because in real projects those are often the two forces that catch you out.
What's the technique?
PESTLE, or PESTLE-ID analysis in the extended model, is about identifying external forces that sit outside your organization's control but which could significantly shape your business or project. The PESTLE-ID analysis, as we understand it, will comprise political, environmental, socio-cultural, technological, legal, economic, and in the extended version we will add international and demographic. The key word here is external. If you're listing things that your team can directly fix, you're probably drifting into internal analysis or a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. We want to avoid the internal analysis and focus on external factors. The PESTLE-ID technique is about the wider environment, the weather system around your organisation. For business analysts, this shapes assumptions in the business case and requirements. For project managers, this feeds directly into the risk register alongside assumptions and sometimes scope decisions. It's one of those techniques where business analyst and project manager thinking overlap. Let's imagine you're working with a company that produces a free social networking app aimed at 11 to 16-year-olds. On the surface, the product looks successful, good uptake, good engagement. But if we step back and apply PESTLE-ID, the picture becomes more interesting.
Putting the technique into practice.
So we can see that from the government factor, the government has produced a white paper proposing restrictions on under 16s accessing social network apps. Environmentally, people are more aware of the environmental impact that digital platforms now have, including high consumption from data centres, as well as the individual's device, whether or not they are energy efficient. Socio-cultural, your target audience of 11 to 16-year-olds is highly volatile. Their herd behaviour means that they will switch from your platform to another very quickly to the next best thing. Technological, competitors are integrating AI at pace, and this has the effect of raising user expectations. But not all end users have phones or smartphones to the spec needed to support these advanced features. Legal, there will be enforcement around age-appropriate advertising, and if advertising reaches 11 to 16-year-olds that's inappropriate for their age group, there could be fines attached. Economic factor includes advertising revenue, which funds your free model, is projected to fall 20% of this year. International, regulators in the EU, European Union and Australia are considering similar under 16 restrictions as the UK, so the EU and Australia may no longer look attractive as a potential new market to reach 11 to 16-year-olds. And finally, demographic, your core users, because they're age 11 to 16, age out of your platform within a few years, meaning you must constantly replenish your base. Let's look at putting this back into practice. In my experience, pest lead analysis is not about filling in 8 boxes on a slide. It's about protecting your project from being surprised by forces outside its control. You can develop your pest lead analysis in a workshop, bringing people together in one large group or smaller subgroups around departments, teams, or disciplines. When done well, it sharpens the business case, strengthens risk awareness, and helps business analysts and project managers work from the same understanding of the environment. Remember, the pest lead analysis does not find solutions, it merely provides insights to the wider environment that an organisation exists within. And often it prompts the most important question of all: are we building something that will still make sense in the environment within which we operate? Take care.